Hey there, this is Renessa Boley Lane with another video to add to Conversations in the Fast Lane. When it comes to doing work that you love, a huge problem for a lot of people is the ability to trust that the desire in your heart, the job that you dream to do, the business that you want to start, that it's something that you are supposed to do. People will question whether they're going to fall flat on their face, if they really go for it. They question whether they actually have what it takes to succeed. They question whether the world is going to value them enough to actually pay, for their product or service in the case of a business, or to hire them in the case of a career. And so my hope is that this video will help you to think about your desire and that desire on your heart a little bit differently. I once read this book by John Eldredge called Wild at Heart. And in that book, he had this quote. And the quote was, "Desire reveals your design, and design reveals your destiny." And I remember reading this quote at a time when I was I was at the lowest point in my career. I was miserable. I was making a lot of money. I was making a six-figure earner in a company, but I was miserable. I was sick all the time. I was depressed. I had a lot going on. And this quote kind of changed my world. Understanding it changed my world. Literally, I would not be doing the work that I am doing right now were it not for understanding the underlying concepts of this quote. I would not have written two incredible books that have inspired people to change their own lives. I would not be, sharing my message all around the world. I would not be, coaching other people to discover, design, and do work that they love. That is how powerful understanding this concept is. So we are going to unpack it, and hopefully it will challenge even how you think about yourself and give you greater confidence to step out there and do what's already in the back of your heart to do. So remember, desire reveals design, and design reveals destiny. And I'm going to use this really simple analogy of a tiger. You may not know a whole lot about a tiger, but you do know that if you come face to face with a tiger in like a safari or whatever, that it would be wise for you to be alarmed. Why? Because the destiny of a tiger is to hunt and to kill. That is what it is born to do. That is what it does well. Now, if we peel back the layer and we look at the design of a tiger, you will see that the design of the tiger is perfectly aligned to its destiny to hunt and kill. So its paws are huge and ginormous, and at the same time they are so stealth that a tiger can crouch up on you in a matter of minutes, and you would never even know that it was there. It was kind of like a Prius, like a Prius driving by you. You would never even hear it. That's like a tiger. Tiger is huge. Its body can crush you. Its skin, its fur, it's camouflaged, so you can't even see it in the distance, and it may have been watching you for miles because it has a phenomenal eyesight. The jaws are strong, and the teeth literally can crush your neck with one bite. So when you look at the design of the tiger, the equipment, so to speak, of a tiger, it is perfectly equipped to hunt and kill. But then you back up and you peel back one of those other layers and you look at the desire of the tiger. And the desire of the tiger is to hunt and kill. Tigers are very solitary animals. You don't see tigers, hanging out with the pack like hyenas, chilling with the monkeys or whatever. Outside of mating, they live and walk and work alone. And so the desire of the tiger is to be very solitary and to be very prey-oriented. The desire reveals the design, which all of its equipment, how it's built, its fur, all of that reveals the destiny. So now how do you apply that to yourself? When, a lot of times we spend so much time thinking about our destiny. What are we supposed to do? Am I sure I can do it? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to ask you to put that to the side for a second, because there's a lot of times when I'm questioning, my destiny. When I started coaching people, I've always wanted to help people to kind of live their best life and do work that they love. That's always what I wanted to do. That was always my desire. But I wasn't sure. I was like, there's so many people who are doing this. I'm a dime a dozen. There's tons of speakers. There's tons of coaches. What makes me different? Does anybody really want to listen to me? All of that self-talk that's probably going through your head as well. But I knew that my desire and the work that I wanted to do, and I tried a lot of different things, kind of running away from my destiny because I just didn't think that I could really succeed at it. So I tried a lot of things that, I was kind of good at, sort of not good, didn't really like, but I knew I had never reached my sweet spot. So once I got over myself and started objectively looking at how I was designed, I am a great communicator. I love doing these kind of videos and engaging people. I'm a good writer. I can articulate people's feelings, their thoughts. Like when I'm talking to clients, I can take their words and transform them. They're like, oh my God, that's exactly what I meant. How did you do that? Like I get people. That's part of my design. But I also realized that part of my design was my background and my history. I spent the first, 10, 12, 15 years of my professional career on this hunt for passion, trying to find my thing, trying to find fulfilling work. Like, I am your story. Like all the people who listen to me, I get them. Why? Because part of the design has been my story. And so the same holds true for you. When I'm questioning my destiny, I'm like, what am I know that I'm supposed to do this stuff. One, because I want to do it. There's a lot of you on this call. You have no desire to help other people find their passion or purpose. You want to find yours, get paid for yours, but you have no idea and no desire to help anybody else. Why? Because that's the part of the wall that I'm supposed to build. Some of you want to do things like, green energy and clean energy and, bringing water to third world countries. And, you have other missions and passions on your heart that I have zero interest in. Why? Because that's the desire that you are supposed to act on. And so my encouragement to you right now is stop questioning your destiny. That's the wrong question to ask. Instead, I want you to, one, get really, really honest about what you desire. Do you want to write? Do you want to revolutionize and innovate in some way? Do you want to help kids in some way? Do you want to help the elderly in some way? Like, get really honest about what you desire. Then I want you to move on to your design. I want you to start to look at your talents, your skills, the things that you do effortlessly, your gifts that you don't even know how you manufacture them, but you just do it. Look at your background, your experiences, the things that you have done well at, and the things that have been struggles for you. Look at your story. Look at the things that you are compassionate about, the causes that you advocate for. Those are all a part of your design. And I bet you, if you're honest with your desire, you will see then that your design you are perfectly aligned in your design to do the thing that you are desired to do. And when you understand the desire and the design, then the destiny it handles itself. It's a non-starter. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't have to grow, that you don't have to master, that you don't have to get better and get more skilled, but the desire reveals the design, and the design reveals the destiny. So if you need help kind of getting clarity around that desire, if you need help pulling together your design and starting to put the pieces together into a strategy that will help you to do work that you love, then I encourage you to apply to have a consult with me. I'd love to sit down. I'd love to kind of work this through with you, some low-hanging fruit, and figure out how to get you on the path that you are doing work that you love. It is what I do. It is my brilliance. And so if that is of interest to you, then I'd ask you to register at renessaspeaks.com/work with me. That's Renessa Speaks, RENESSA, Speaks, SPEAKS.com/work with me. Get on my calendar. Let's get it nailed, and let's do some magic in your work and life. Until then, to your success and happiness. And I'm excited about all the good news and all the good things that are coming down your way. Bye-bye.